Brittany, just let me know when you have a head count. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad that we're in this space today and can be together. December was a little different scenario, so we're really excited to be able to do this ceremony in person. President Collins, Dean Johns, faculty, staff, the class of 2022 and the class of 2023, and for all of you that are joining us and watching online, I'm Vicki LaFay. I'm the chair of the Department of Physical Therapy. I would like to welcome you to the 15th Doctor of Physical Therapy Pledge Ceremony. And this evening, the class of 2023 will take the pledge for the first time, and the class of 2022 will renew their pledge. For those in attendance, the restrooms are located on the second floor, and in case of emergency, building exits are located behind you, to your left and to your right. And in addition, I invite you to take a moment to turn your mobile devices on vibrate or silent. And without further ado, I have the honor of introducing President Collins.
Well, thank you, Vicki, and congratulations to those that are going to be taking the pledge, and congratulations actually to all of you. You are frontline workers these days, and I just want to acknowledge that at the beginning, that I know you've been out and about and out of Potsdam and back into Potsdam. I've noticed that. and so as frontline workers in the fight against COVID, I just want to acknowledge that and say how grateful the Clarkson and Potsdam community is that you've made it through this far, and we continue to move forward as an area, a region, a state and a nation, and a world. Challenging times. So I was actually going to give you a little bit of a history lesson, but then my dates got all messed up. But I'm going to make my dates up because it's symbolic of this location. I was actually hoping that the PT program, I was here, I couldn't remember, I was hoping the PT program was initiated in 1996. That would have been very nice because that would have been, Clarkson was established in 1896, so that would have been the centennial, and then here we would have been at 125 and 25 years. So forget those dates. I do know my math, and I'm not going to try and make it up. My point is this program has been here a while now, and it is the precursor to many other graduate programs. I say many others. You know of two. You know of the physician assistant program. You know of the occupational therapy program. And we expect more. We expect an activity in the undergrad. I'm probably going to steal Dean Johns' remarks. Am I stealing them? See, he can't say no. But this is a moment in Clarkson's history, and so that was going to be my relative comments, 100 years and 125, celebrating the 125th birthday in this facility, right? This is the original building. I was just chatting. You don't know this, many of you, but it was disused for about 15 years. It was the original building. There used to be commencement ceremonies and dances on Fridays in this location. It had actually been turned into classrooms and offices, had a drop ceiling, and you could see nothing above you. There's a metaphor coming here, so get ready for it. And so you could see nothing above you, and then we reinvigorated the building, and we displayed what was in front of us. And I think that's kind of symbolic, that here we are, gathered today to celebrate, to congratulate folks taking their pledge, in a building that's being unearthed, and it's your careers that are being unearthed, being established today. Great opportunity. Much stands in front of you in terms of the healthcare profession. It's probably the most challenging, clearly. It's moved ahead of cybersecurity and everything else. How are we going to deal in the future with the pandemic, the healthcare industry? So you are frontline soldiers. We thank you for that. There is a great future for Clarkson in the health sciences area. We'll be adding other graduate degrees. We'll be adding undergraduate degrees. So with that introduction, I want to welcome Dean Johns as the inaugural Dean of the Earl and Barbara Lewis School of Health Sciences. Thank you for coming and joining us. Hold on, man. These health science people are really active. I want to congratulate you and thank you for coming and leading us over the next, I hope, decade to greater and brighter opportunities within health sciences. Congratulations to all, and now it's over to Dean Johns. Thank you.
Good. First of all, I'd like to thank Professor LaFay and the entire faculty for their tireless work and their passion in educating the next generation of physical therapists, which are you guys, right? A special thanks to Professor Bicknell and Brittany Ashley for their tremendous work in securing clinical sites for some of you guys in the third years. It's just been an incredible challenge this year, and they've done a wonderful job. So now, to you guys, right, the students, this is kind of one of your big days. And it's something to celebrate, and it's been a hard year, right, and you've made some great accomplishments. A big part of becoming a healthcare professional is to accept the responsibility of caring for other people, right, and also the things that they hold dear in their life, right, so it's just beyond that individual person. This is a big responsibility and one that will span the rest of your career, your professional career. Well, here at Clarkson, there's already been some big changes, right? One has been the establishment of the Lewis School of Health Sciences, and through a generous gift of Skip and Barbara Lewis, right? And part of their mission is to affect healthcare, right, in a positive way, and partly specifically within rural healthcare, right, because both of them have lived in this area. And they don't right now, but they have. So graduate education has been challenging enough, but in this year, it's been more challenging, right? It's a big challenge because you guys have had to switch from in-classroom to Zoom to back to classroom, and oftentimes that was just in, overnight. So that's a big challenge, and you guys have adapted well. You should be extremely proud of yourselves for navigating the last year of education and also clinical types of things, right? 3 paradigms I want to share with you, and then I'm going to challenge you on a couple of things, right? The first one is looking at individual patient care. And with individual patient care, part of the primary piece that most of the world knows about, right, is that we see patients, try to understand what their issues are, right, physical, biological, whatever those are, and then come up with some type of a plan, a treatment plan for their physicalness, right, or their mentalness, whatever that is. On the other side of that, we also need to consider that our patients are people, right, and when they leave, whatever is wrong with them or whatever situation they're in also affects them, right, not only them in their person and how they see themselves, but also how people see them. And that's part of our responsibility too, right? How do they interact with their family, with the work life that they have, with the social life that they have? Because if somebody comes in and now they have some type of an ACL injury or, God forbid, something like cancer, right? That changes the way that they perceive themselves and also the way that others perceive them. And those are things that we have to consider as well. Another big paradigm, right, the healthcare system. And here, there's kind of 4 things to think about. We think of the clinical medicine piece on a regular basis, and that's what you guys are studying. But we also have to think of healthcare management and cost, right, and cost effectiveness, and what are the things, the therapies, right, the interventions that we can do or we can provide the patient that's effective for them, but also effective for the healthcare system. Right? Third one is biomedical technology, right? And those are things that our friends across campus, the engineers, the scientists are developing new types of things, right, that actually are going to modify and change healthcare in ways that we can't see right now. And we need to be aware of what those things are and how they change both our patients' lives, right, and the possibilities, the opportunities of us intervening in the patient's life. But we also need to be aware of those things because, right, they're going to change healthcare. And we need to understand what innovations are coming, how might they change healthcare, and how might they change the work that you guys are going to be doing with patients. And the last one is more public health and policy, right? And if you look at public health and policy, the things that we do with patients, right, affect public health and policy. Business affects public health and policy, and so does innovation. And so we need to be aware of that we're affecting public health and policy on a regular basis, but also that public health and policy is making a lot of decisions that affect us as well, right? So we need to be kind of looking at healthcare from a bigger, broader perspective, from a career sense, right? And then the last kind of paradigm is looking at global, right? Global health. If we look across the globe and also within the United States, there are challenges with inequity, access, right? Political decisions that are made, but then also war, and those kinds of things that affect other countries and ours as well, that change that quality of healthcare for individuals, right? So those are the kind of the three big things. Now my challenge to you, right? Become the best physical therapist you can to your individual patient. Second, take a larger issue in healthcare and take it personal, something that personally is meaningful to you, and try to devote part of your life to it to make it better, right? And then last one is to become a problem solver, right? Which are kind of those first two, but they're combined into that. So become a problem solver in healthcare. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, President Collins, and thank you, Dean Johns. So the class of 2023 will now take the pledge, while the class of 2022 will renew their pledge. So please open up your flyers that are in front of you and please read along. The pledge is on the very back page of the program. Students and faculty, please rise and we will recite the pledge in unison. As I enter the profession of physical therapy, I solemnly and willingly pledge the following. I will respect the rights and dignity of all individuals and will provide compassionate care. I will be trustworthy towards my patients and clients and in all other aspects of physical therapy practice. I will place the welfare of my patients and clients above my own self-interest. I will provide accurate and relevant information to patients and clients about their care and to the public about physical therapy services. I will exercise sound judgment and comply with laws and regulations that govern physical therapy practice, education, and research. I will steadfastly adhere to the highest ethical principles and professional standards. I will advocate for the health needs of society and strive to effect changes that benefit patients, clients, and the community. I will cultivate professional competence, embrace advancements in practice, challenge mediocrity, and work towards development of new knowledge. I will respect the rights, knowledge, and skills of colleagues and other healthcare professionals and seek consultation to benefit the welfare of the patient or client. Thus, with this pledge, I freely accept the responsibilities that accompany the profession of physical therapy and agree to serve in the profession and to influence positively the health of society. Faculty, please be seated. This evening, the class of 2023 will be escorted by their mentor in the class of 2022. You will coach yourself, and then you'll come forward to receive your certificate and be acknowledged. Heather Shattuck and Stacy Ziegler will read the names of the class of 2023. Dr. Ziegler and Dr. Shattuck, please come take your positions.
Noelle Nemec, mentored by Andra Newbold. Ronald. Jordan Barnes, mentored by Taylor Dolly. Nicholas Mather, mentored by Maris Brockway. Julianne Ade Goriolu, mentored by Curtis Risberger.
Dr. Collins, did you ever think you'd see a PT ceremony without at least 70 hugs?
It's really hard on a deep guttural level right now. Susan Bolanos, mentored by Jade Vojcic. Yoneli Jean, mentored by Christian Schroeder. Paige Weston, mentored by Gable Bogner. Zaria Christie, mentored by Eric Huen.
Yeah.
You rolled right there.
Yeah. Jonathan Cummins, mentored by Christopher Afonso. Kevin Capito, mentored by Shelby Miller. Ananda Khan, mentored by Catherine Eckner. Madison Howard, mentored by Dion O'Mell. Jose Soto Lopez, mentored by Andrew Kim. It's always one in a crowd. Kendra Gilbert, mentored by Daniel Lanos. Ibuka Anonia, mentored by Yaslin Corello Navarro. Iman Alanazi, mentored by Uche Francis Duru.
You can tell by your eyes. Congratulations. Thank you to both classes of DPT students taking the pledge, donning the white coat. These are benchmarks to your professional development as a physical therapist. These benchmarks are taken in front of witnesses, and this is your statement that you accept the obligation to be the best physical therapist you can possibly be. The faculty, members of the Clarkson University community, and all the guests that have joined us here virtually will continue to assist and support you in the best ways that we can. Congratulations, members of the DPT classes of 2022 and 2023. We would now like to announce the 2020-2021 recipients of the Kathleen Kafka Reed Phillips Memorial Scholarship, the Melissa Walsh Scholarship, and the Anne Marie Seurat Scholarship. So the Kafka Phillips Memorial Scholarship was established in 2014 by their classmates, the DPT class of 2016, Family and the Physical Therapy Department. This scholarship was created to celebrate two people who shared a deep love for life and adventure and had a strong dedication to the physical therapy profession. And this is Kathleen Kafka and Reed Phillips. Kathleen received a Bachelor of Science degree in Biomedical Engineering from Washington University in 2012, and Reed received a Bachelor of Science degree in Athletic Training from Central Michigan University in 2011. They both entered the Clarkson University Doctor of Physical Therapy program in August of 2013. Kathleen and Reed were deeply loved by their family and their friends and respected by their professors. The impact they made on the program, their classmates, and this community of Potsdam in such a short period of time is nothing short of incredible. In their honor, the scholarship is awarded annually to a deserving first-year DPT student at Clarkson University who strives to implement the core value of the physical therapy profession, both inside and outside the classroom, in the same manner that Kathleen and Reed did. And this year's recipient was Paige Weston. Congratulations, Paige, and please come up to receive your certificate. Congratulations, Paige. The Melissa Walsh Scholarship is an endowed scholarship established in 2008 by her parents, family members, and friends to celebrate Melissa's life and to continue to support the physical therapy profession. Melissa graduated high school in 1999 and went on to receive her Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from Clarkson University in 2003. In May 2005, she completed her Master of Physical Therapy degree, also here at Clarkson. Melissa was a standout student, respected among professors and peers, and always maintained exceptional grades at the top of her class. She went on to become a licensed physical therapist, and she worked in outpatient orthopedics. She put her heart into all that she did, whether relationships, education, or employment. She was a role model in every sense of the term, in her personal life, in her professional commitment, and in her deep belief in caring for others. In honor of all that she represented, Melissa's family and friends established a scholarship in her name that benefits a Clarkson physical therapy student who possesses similar qualities and aspires to similar goals. Melissa's life and accomplishments are an excellent example of what a Clarkson student should strive to achieve. The scholarship is awarded annually to a deserving DPT student. Applicants are reviewed, and the scholarship is awarded based on the criteria that are present here: passion for the profession, compassion for others, commitment to the profession, relationship with fellow peers, and standing in the Clarkson University DPT program. This year's recipient is Catherine Ackner. Congratulations, Catherine, and please come up to receive your certificate. We have one other scholarship, which is not actually a Clarkson generated scholarship, but it is from the New York, New Jersey Clinical Education Consortium. It's the Anne Marie Seurat Scholarship. And this year, we are recognizing one of three recipients of the Anne Marie Seurat Scholarship from Clarkson University. This scholarship, provided by the New York, New Jersey Consortium, is provided based on Anne Marie Seurat, who was a graduate of Ithaca College, the class of 1971. She was employed over 30 years at Burke Rehabilitation Center, where she was a supervisor and center coordinator of clinical education. She was a clinical instructor for 15 different physical therapy programs and held a clinical assistant professorship appointment in 2 additional ones. Anne Marie had a long record of service to the APTA at all levels. She held elected positions to the Hudson Valley District, served as an NYPTA chapter director for her district for 16 years, and was an NYPTA delegate to the APT House of Delegates for 30 years. This scholarship was developed to honor Sarah's contribution to physical therapy clinical education by providing financial assistance to students to enable them to reach their clinical education goals. And this year's recipient is Andra Newbold. Congratulations, Yandra. Please come up to receive your certificate. I would like to recognize some faculty that are not here with us today. Dr. Jamie Bicknell and Dr. Ali Bulani are unable to be with us, but I know that they're with us in spirit. And Dr. Russick is hiding in the back of the room, but she is here as well. I would also like to acknowledge Mrs. Ashley for the tremendous work that she put in to making sure that this pledge ceremony occurred. So please turn around and give her a big round of applause. And on behalf of the faculty and all of you, I'd like to extend thanks to your parents, spouses, significant others, and friends for their support to you. It is so incredibly meaningful. And for those joining online, thank you for sharing this experience with all of us. So classes of 2022 and 23, you've officially met this milestone, and please wait for instructions from the photographer, Connor Fraser, who's been so wonderful to be with us today and has gotten some wonderful pictures that you'll be able to share with your families. Congratulations. So nobody go anywhere. Connor is now taking charge.
I like the power. We're going to do both sides. I don't like
just roaming, some of us just hoping the world will move more slowly, and some of us alive, we're all gonna die one day. Yeah, some of us surviving, some of us just roaming, some of us just hoping the